So Star Wars Outlaws got its early access keys released yesterday, and it's opening up to a lot of negative takes from gamers. Big surprise, huh? Let's talk about it. Star Wars Outlaws was already in hot water because Ubisoft said they were launching the game with a 3-figure price tag. On that price tag was content locked behind a paywall that you couldn't get with the standard edition. On day one, dude. And apart from Ubisoft's It's a Bug Life for Me history, what probably added more hate is the people with free CD keys streaming the game and shilling it. More than likely they'll say, no, I'm not a shill. Go look at what they say when they're comfortable. Just go into the streamers' VODs, the ones with the early access keys, and you will know what I'm talking about. I personally heard some of them defend this game, and some of them even defended Assassin's Creed Shadows, as well as Skull and freaking Bones, dude. They sit there in the VODs defending Star Wars Outlaws. How? By talking down chat. They won't let you bring up any negative points, even though they bring up negative points themselves, and then they ban you if they can't argue with you. Okay, so let's hit some home runs, starting off with the Ubisoft prices that I mentioned earlier. Okay, so let's open up the Ubisoft Connect app. Right now, as you can see here, I go to library. Of course, they're promoting their game. Fair enough, right? So, get the game. Let's see. Okay, now, here's an argument I hear a lot from people. It's the fact that streamers are telling me, hey, if you don't want to get the 109 version or the 3-figure version, then just get the 2-figure version, right? So, my question is, when you get the game as promoted, usually you probably hit the promotion, right? You'll see this and the subscription, which makes me wonder, how are you supposed to know about the 2-figure when the 3-figure is something you hear prominently on the net? As to what people are upset about, this is what people are talking about. Not to mention the already subscription thing that Xbox is trying to do, Ubisoft is trying to copy. So is it really a surprise when you hear chatters come into your stream talking about the 3-figure version when it's what's promoted? Now, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do after this if you want to get the game. You go to Discover Editions, and then you'll see the 2-figure price. Then, at the bottom, the measly little 2-figure, not a big deal. You get a gold edition, the ultimate edition. So let's cover the standard, gold, and ultimate edition. Standard edition having base game and pre-order bonus. The pre-order bonus has a cosmetic pack for your speeder and a cosmetic pack for your Trailblazer starship. The speeder is your motorcycle, and the starship's your spaceship that you go through space with.
Wow.
Simple, and then it costs $69.99. Okay, with the gold edition, you get base game, pre-order bonus, 3 days early access, and a season pass. Right now, let's see what the season pass has. Extend your galactic journey with the season pass. Unlock the additional Star Wars Outlaws Wildcard and Star Wars Outlaws A Pirate's Fortune narrative expansion. The Day 1 exclusive mission, Jabba's Gambit, and the Kessel Runner character pack. And you get all that for $109.99. And something that's standing out for me is that you get a Pirate's Fortune narrative expansions. I don't know why they say expansions. Is there more than one? Because as far as I understand it, I went to YouTube to look this up. It's a DLC story pack that comes in spring 2025.
And then we have Story Pack 2, which is called Star Wars Outlaws A Pirate's Fortune. This will be releasing in spring of 2025.
Dude, they're already putting a price tag on DLC coming out next year in spring.
You serious?
These people defending these DLCs, and not just for this game, but just DLCs in general that are abysmal. That no matter how bad the game is, no matter how trash the situation, they will fanboy girl whatever all over it, right? Like, oh, you hate it? You must be just a Ubisoft hater, because that's what you are. You hate Ubisoft games. Dude, I grew up with Assassin's Creed. I just played all the 4 Splinter Cell games all for the PS2. Oh my god, those were glorious. All the Watch Dogs. I've got 165 hours of Watch Dogs Legion. Assassin's Creed Unity, well, for some reason it's not pulling up the hours, but I played a bunch of Assassin's Creed Unity. A bunch. I don't even know why it's not pulling up the hours. And some of Ghost Recon Wildlands, which is, for me, another big one. But to get back on topic, it's like when Bethesda gave away its horse armor for $5. Remember that? And they got laughed at, rightfully so. And then Halo 3 with the extended maps, they cut out some players from playing because they didn't have the maps. And now it's going to be full-on missions. How much longer are we going to wait as gamers until they cut literal chunks out of the main game and sell it back to you as DLC? Because it's getting to that point where people are starting to get the idea that, hey, instead of us selling the full game, let's just sell parts of the game, aka Final Fantasy VII. So this is the Ultimate Edition. You get the base game, pre-order bonus, 3 days early access, season pass, and what do you get for nigh on $30 to $40 more depending on tax? Rogue Infiltrator bundle. The Rogue Infiltrator bundle, including cosmetics for K, shouldn't it say includes? Includes cosmetics for K, Nyx, the Speeder, and the Trailblazer spaceship. And the Sebak Shark bundle. The Sebak Shark bundle includes cosmetics for K and her blaster, Nyx, the Speeder, and the Trailblazer spaceship. Like 2 more cosmetics, and then you get a whole digital art book, a selection of the game's concept art and visuals, and unique cinematic storyboards for $30 to $40 more from the Gold Edition. Wow. Not to mention, if you go a little bit lower, included with Ubisoft Plus, the Ultimate Edition, that you'll only be able to play because you're paying for a subscription fee, and then your game might just get removed because you don't actually own it, you just subscribe to it. You get basically everything that the Ultimate Edition gives you, including 100 PC games. What was Ubisoft said? Ubisoft exec says gamers need to get comfortable with not owning your games. Yeah, buy the $130 Star Wars game and just not own it in a couple of years. Yeah, go win, brother. Go win. So we've covered the prices, we've covered Ubisoft and the dangers of companies, we've covered the fans. Now let's talk about streamers streaming this game, especially with the early access keys. All impressions were not from me playing, but from me asking questions and just watching the gameplay. So let's start off with the character Nyx, who's your pet in the game. Now I'm just gonna say it, Nyx just looks like a bootleg version of Toothless.
Brem's fish and grits, huh?
Okay, so you pretty much get Nyx at the start of the game. You guys grew up together, and you can tell Nyx where to go.
Nyx, set that off.
Oh, I didn't do it in time.
Get that open.
Nothing to report.
Nyx,
Stand by.
hit that barrel.
Get this rat out of here.
Nyx?
You can lead to places and tell it what to do, such as distract, attack, open, and so on. Personally, I find similarities between Nyx and Ramirez from how much you order it around. There are issues with Nyx, such as getting stuck in the elevator, or it won't move into the elevator, or move to a spot to distract the guard, or if you're in a vent, Nyx won't jump out and distract the hostiles.
Nyx, I need you to get on the lift, Nyx! Okay. Okay. This is one of their issues, I would say. Like, not being able to use Nyx right here. It's a little goofy that you can't do that. He's right here with me. It was definitely a long one. How you doing, Nyx?
And somewhere early on, you'll be able to get a bowl in your spaceship to pretty much get abilities for Nyx, such as the ability to kick grenades away from your player character.
Switch bowl? Nyx will kick grenades away from K.
Now, while it's really cool having a super powered lizard that can understand, hey, attack here, go here, take out electrical system here so I can get through the door, open that door as well, please, because, you know, I am your master and you're my slave, Nyx, do what I say. It's kind of hilarious seeing this 100-pound woman basically pull down these full-plated bodysuits, stormtroopers, and I think her name is Cave. Cave just pulls them like it's nothing. They're pretty much air. I'm so amazed by how she has the upper body strength, but it has no physical appearance of it.
All right, Nyx, go get him. job, Nix. Go get him, buddy.
That's a grapple.
Hey!
That's a grapple. Take on multiple enemies. What? This is attack. That's a grapple.
I just with my freaking.
Took care of the problem.
Are you joking?
And if you had any form of joy in those hilarious stealth segments where you come over there and you tackle and grapple them, all that excitement will be pretty much snuffed out like a fart in a flame by the time they find you, because the dispatcher will never let you hear the end of it.
All units, please respond.
Maybe this'll help.
Dangerous fugitive in your sector. All units, there is a dangerous criminal in your sector. Keep looking. She's got to be taken out.
Fair.
All units, please respond. Dangerous fugitive in your sector.
Damn.
Find her and blast her.
Credits, let's go.
Attention, attention.
I already got
Active
that.
fugitive reported in your area. Attention, we have reports of the fugitive
Take him down,
moving
Nix. This
in
looks like an
Miragana.
engineering area.
Attention units. We have reports of a deadly criminal in your area. Keep looking. She's being taken out. Attention units. Dangerous fugitive is moving through your sector. When you find her, blast her. All units.
What's the story
we have been
about so
alerted
far?
of a dangerous All units. There is a dangerous criminal in your sector.
And brother, that wasn't even all of it. Most of that was literally a bunch of cut segments from the actual situation. There was a bunch more. This went on for hours of all units, there's a dangerous criminal in your sector. Blast him! Blast him! Blast him! I kid you not, I thought Danny DeVito was gonna buzz down through my door and start blasting me.
I started blasting. Bang! Bang!
So here you are, all in the enemy's compound, about to Bill Cosby someone's drink, and guess what? The map just resets its enemies on you.
That just happened.
Just go this way. This way is easier. Oh, what the? No!
Come on, Nix.
What do you mean? They reset?
And even if they find you, it's totally okay, because these guys are missing shots purposefully, because I think they're just as annoyed of the dispatcher as much as you are. The life insurance for these guys must be immaculate, because they're willing to take 10 shots to their face while missing almost every single time trying to hit you. Because I've seen people take on 10 of ththese guys, and I don't know if it's the helmets blocking their vision or what, but they seem to not want to live, period.
Fucking let's go. You can't hit shit, I'm goddamn best.
And brother, if shooting them down where they're coming out of a wall doesn't tickle your peaches, then how about a little bit of ladder camping to spice up your flavor? I don't know if y'all missed it, but there's a big red sign in front of your face by the time you alert everybody that will tell you something you wish you had heard when you were younger. Which is strange to me, because Rockstar had perfected this by putting stars at the top left of your corner to signify, hey, you do bad things. There's nothing more I like than someone putting a giant sign at my face to help signify that I'm wanted while I'm shooting hostiles trying to stay alive. Yeah, great job on that there, Ubisoft. And I know what you're thinking, Salty, that's not your left, that's the right. And in my defense, I say, shut up. And some of y'all might be wondering, how do I achieve the big dick status of alert? How do I achieve the Harambe status? Or how do you have the status of a needle in the haystack, the Sam Fisher, the Altai? I have no freaking clue, because you could be walking around right next to the enemies, squeaking a fart out, and making all the noise with your fat cheeks, and they would literally not know.
Let's go. This is a
Oh
restricted
shit.
area.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Huh? We should check. What are you doing here?
Ain't nobody here. What are you talking about?
Get some. Nix, need a distraction.
Get it. Where did you...
To distract them, Nix.
What is that thing?
This is what bugs me about the droids. Do they care or not?
You can't be here.
Here go.
And at the same time, you go down a little bit in their visual peripheral cone, and they will freak out like you took their last crack pipe.
Going to.
Over
They're
here!
coming for us!
Shit.
And how he's the open world, a fever dream, really. Because anytime hostiles pull up on you, they will, one, either die on that vehicle, or two, pull over to a complete stop, unbuckle their cheek stimulators, and make sure that both feet have touched the ground before they even think about engaging you. And they will do this without fail like a bad flash mob.
Whoa! Where?
That is what you're supposed to do. Holy, what the fuck?
But who, boy, if you're feeling lonely, don't worry, these guys will follow you. 10 minutes down the road into town where your character takes over the game and drops the Second Amendment like a commie drops their pants for Stalin.
I'm taking you into custody. Taking custody.
Easy, relax.
I couldn't pull my weapon because I was in a town. I lost 1,200 credits.
And the funny thing is, you can roll up on these guys close enough to get a contact high off the diesel fumes and wave off to go prance around the bush somewhere. And how's driving? Well, it's decent until it is. See, at some point your motorcycle will decide that it wants to have a soul and start prancing around like a real horse.
Tired of walking, Nix?
What the hell is going on with the speeder?
As far as your bike goes, you can't shoot on it unless you use your dead eye, so you better be ready to run. At least they'll let you upgrade it.
Seriously?
Oh god, it's a rock.
And you think to yourself, well, if my bike acts up, I'll probably just grab another one, right? Wrong again. Because in Star Wars Outlaws, outlaw means good, honest citizen, alright? And outlaws don't take bikes from other people. Especially not Star Wars outlaws.
I'd like the ability to steal somebody's speeder.
Can you steal their speeders? No, I wish you could.
Personally, if I were you, I'd probably stay away from vehicles considering the fact that the collision is just dog water on this game. I mean, you could have someone ram into you, and you will never feel it. And then you could ram straight into somebody else, and it's just like the most gentle love tap I've ever seen.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Bandits?
What a bitch!
Ow! Sorry!
Not to mention, the ragdoll physics for this game are pretty bad. I've seen people slam straight into walls, and you just start wailing your arms around them until you find a nice place to softly land, get up, and start walking again.
Ow!
How are you supposed to get past?
GTA 4 and 5 came out way before Star Wars Outlaws. And the ragdoll physics was comparable to GTA San Andreas. As where they had physics for ragdolling in Watch Dogs. They could have taken some pointers from probably just ask them like, hey, can you show me how to ragdoll physics work? But tell me, do y'all like getting punked by the AI? No? Too bad, because they will bully you on the staircase like Debo riding up on a bicycle.
How many games have you finished this year's? Plenty. Oh, 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 what the fuck? What the fuck?
Meanwhile, they just drive straight through their own people.
Oh!
And real quick, my brother in Christmas, I would like to talk about ramps.
Is this a ramp? Sorta.
Okay, that's it. Now on to graphics.
I can't tell if I'm missing textures and I need to restart or the game just looks like that. Is that supposed to be rain?
There's definitely been a couple lighting issues in a few spots here and there where the it kind of gets flashy weird or suddenly dimmer than it was or whatever real quick. So much of the focus is on other things. Good but not great. Area, shove it up your butt. What is that? Freaking world just turned to lava.
So yeah, from the world flashbanging you to textures not rendering it, it's all there like a custom Skyrim on release day. And you will see it all as you fall off cliffs. Which amazes me because a ledge catch is the thing N64 games had way back when.
Oh shit. No, you're supposed to grab that. Man, it is a long fall down. Oh shit, come on. What was that? No, grab on. Oh, it was right there. Why didn't you grab on? You would have been safe.
And how is the exploration? Very linear, at least from what I've seen. In the beginning, the game forces you on a beaten path like you were in preschool, and as soon as you find something interesting, the game smacks it out of your hand, along with your hopes and dreams.
No. But what if I did something like this? What if hey, I want to go down here. Okay, that's what happened. I didn't do nothing.
And of course, yellow paint makes a cameo appearance. Best character in the game in my opinion. And if you don't like him, you can turn him off in the settings, so that's not a big deal.
Hell yes, I can. Where am I?
And how are the cutscenes? Well, the lips have a hard time keeping up. At times they just work, but nothing compares to these emotionless characters except, well, maybe that last girl you texted that only replied with gay.
You're the Trailblazer. Zarek Besh wanted you alive, but I can't afford any loose ends. This is our chance. You and I can break him together. What do you think?
What's Lyra owned the Trailblazer?
You're not the
Just this one point.
intelligence. Find where their communications are going.
I'm on it, Gorak.
I want my ring back.
Oh, it's your ring. Sounds easy enough. I can handle it. Yeah, I hear you. What is it?
And what really stands out in these cutscenes is how awkward her appearance and body language is. She's always acting like, whoop, I've accidentally stumbled onto something. Oops, I've stumbled into conversation. Silly me.
That side quest.
What do all the symbols mean? Seriously? Donka invited you? Yeah. Name's Kves. Ready to play?
And hey dog, I heard you like food, so we put food QTE in your food so you can food while you food your list. Of course, it's followed by some of the most emotionless dialogue like, oh, wow, great.
Hey, look at this. Wow, that smells great.
F and H there?
You
What was
first. Well, better than Brem's fish and grits, huh?
Why am I, what?
Delicious.
What I did find enjoyable was the ship combat in space. Apart from the dreary music playing, the combat really makes you feel engaged, and especially the combat music. And later on, you will be able to upgrade your ship so that you can take on harder missions and whatnot, because there are ship upgrade places where you talk to NPCs and they talk about upgrading your vehicles, in terms of decal and other things. So there's always that to look forward to if you're into that sort of thing, which I'm not, but this kind of looks really cool enough to me, honestly. So at least there's props there.
Hang on. Hang tight.
There's a lot of these boys.
How does leveling work? Well, it's pretty much Fallout perk based, but the trick is that you unlock traits via people you meet that will upgrade your character versus actually leveling.
As you progress through the game, there will be a few intel quests kind of popping up in your quest log randomly about unlocking new experts that will then offer you actionable in-game challenges, which will then reward you with a new ability.
Apart from leveling, another great way to build up your character is to get gear from factions that you work with, which sounds great until you realize I'm literally in the city and I can't pull out my gun when I'm against a faction, and when you're caught you just get kicked right out. This is something that was done in New Vegas. In New Vegas, you could pull out your gun and kill everybody, or you could pretend to be one of them if you equip their armor or their clothes or whatever. Or you could just sneak in. There's so many different ways you can go about things in New Vegas that this game literally doesn't take. And the one damning part of it is that you can't go full hostile. So do I recommend this game? Hell no. Especially not as it is right now. This thing needs to go back into the oven before it falls apart like cake and makes the factory cry.
I said, run.
How about sliding instead, buddy? Oh, ow.